All right, man. Take it easy.
Later.
See Joe on Sunday again, and let's pull in the Gimmick
The same.
commentary crew.
It's gonna be streamed audio-wise. It should be good.
Here they come.
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Who's ready for a race?
Hopefully Becored and Aquas are ready.
Can I hear us on stream, Hexfam?
Yeah, they should be able to hear you.
Okay. So I
Let
just
me
want to
know how
point
the
out.
balance is with Mumble and Game Audio.
You have hitbox chat over Aqua's speed.
Oh, sorry. That's because I had to move stuff.
All good?
Alright, so I just want to point out that for those of you that are wondering, what is this stream about? This stream is about two people in particular, and one of them is going to play a game for you right now on the left side of your screen. Becored is one of the two runners that we're raising money for to bring to AGDQ to play this very game that he is going to show you right now. And he is in a race against Aquas here. Both of them are very good at this game, and they're going to demonstrate how hard this game is and how easy they make it look. But Becored is one of the two that we're raising money for. So please, if you have the ability to do so and want to support, please consider donating. And if you're not sure yet, if you're on the fence about donating, hopefully this run will sway you one way.
No pressure, but this run is going to be really sick.
Yes. And we want to see it at AGDQ as well.
And these two have a race history already. I mean, they've raced once before. They're going to race again right now.
Yeah, their last race was actually really, really close, so this should be good.
Before we start, Hex, gonna check your screen region on Becored stream one more time.
I think they've already started.
No, I don't think so. They're just
They're just warming up.
Yeah. They want to count that in IRC.
Yeah, it should count them down IRC. Yeah,
Are you-
Becored was on a black screen, so I couldn't screen read it properly. So.
Okay. Well, are you ready? Hexman?
Yep, we all ready. So it's up to the runners now.
Alright. Golden's gonna do the countdown. Yo, and shoutouts to Golden for putting this together,
Thank you.
and everybody else that put time and effort into making this happen. You guys are awesome.
So, is this it? They're a little bit desynced, but looks like the race has started. So if there's anything to say about Gimmick, it's that it's really, really dense in terms of the amount of stuff that's going on and the amount of time that the game is. It's like a 10 to 15 minute game, but it's got the amount of actions of like a 30-minute game.
Yeah, there's also a lot to keep track of as you play, so there's a lot of action.
Yeah. You gotta keep track of your points all the time, because having the tens and hundreds digits determine what points you're gonna get when you kill an enemy.
And those points determine what item drops you get. And manipulating item drops here is really, really important, especially for the beginning.
Yeah, it's required for a bunch of kind of sequence breaks in the second level.
So you'll see both of them are picking up 3 bombs, leaving level 1 and going into level 2, which they're going to be using.
I think Becker just accidentally tossed them.
Yeah, I mean, 2 bombs is fine too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna hurt him in level 3, but he can still do all of level 2 fine.
Yeah. You need at least 2 bombs for level 2 to do it really quickly.
Uh-oh.
Ouch.
It's actually pretty tricky doing all those skips.
Yeah.
Aquas got through it fine, but it's like the most terrifying thing in a marathon for sure.
Yeah, all these skips are incredibly unforgiving.
Yeah.
Aqua seems to be doing really well here.
Yeah, clean run so far.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, Becored's not out of the race or anything, though. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to happen.
Yeah, things can swing a lot. A lot of deaths can be pretty costly, so... And deaths happen pretty quickly.
Riding the boat all the way over, though, must really hurt, though, dude. And
Yeah,
just that
no,
man,
that-
dude,
that can't
especially.
feel
He's
good.
gotta go back across the boat to go get the treasure.
Yeah. No one's practiced a backup like this.
I mean, I don't think there really is one.
Nah.
Like, you need a bomb.
Oh, the green guy.
He's real dangerous.
Oh my god. He is really dangerous.
So I guess on Aquas' stream, he's moving through stage 3. He's got 3 bombs now.
Yeah, you should be all set for the boss.
Yeah, you want to use 3 bombs. It allows you to kill the snail super fast. The snail can't take damage from your stars until he's up at the peak. He kind of just moves up a slope, and the bomb lets you hit him at any time. So you can hit him once at the very beginning, and he hits him once more once you up the slope a little bit, and then one more. And that lets you save a bunch of time on the boss itself. Because he moves pretty slow, I mean he's a snail, so what do you expect?
Yeah, and Aquas did that really well.
Yeah,
Moving into
definitely.
stage 4.
You can try to get an item off of the pterodactyls, you got a fireball.
Yeah, he's just fixing his points. Every time you jump on an enemy, you get 10 points, so it's a good way to cleanly manipulate your points.
Something that's really tricky about point manipulation is that you get them when you ride stars as well, which you obviously need for movement. So you gotta kind of factor those into your bout. Plus, if you move to the edge of a star while you're riding it, it'll fall off of it and back on a bunch of times in a row, which gets you 10 points each time. And you can use that to manipulate points, but it's tricky. There's kind of just a learned timing long you have to push right. There's a lot of neat shots that Aquas just did. He went through the ceiling, which is actually super tight. It's not complicated, you just want to get as much height as possible out of it. So it's just a flat-out tight frame window. And then he did a 2-shot, which is where you're in a height 2 corridor, and you shoot a star and immediately jump and you get shoved on top of it and ride it. He's gonna do another one right here.
Nice, he does that tube shot.
Yeah, the early one. Oh, he immediately went down. Did he mess up the setup on the platforms? I guess I
Well,
wasn't
if you
paying
do that
attention.
tube shot, he didn't skip the platform, so...
You don't have to skip the first one. You can just do the big jump. I used to do the early shot. You basically, there are 2 ways to start that treasure room. You can either do a tube shot early and then kind of fall out and jump, or you do one late and the star bounces off the winner.
The late one's a little bit harder, I think.
Oh, dude. Becored's restarting. There's
Yeah,
like...
you can't... The
Stage
thing
2
about...
without bombs sucks.
yeah.
It's
The
like...
thing about best ending, the category that they're doing, is that you have to beat the game and collect all the items without getting a game over, or else you don't unlock the final secret stage.
Right.
So he must have been close to a game over.
I think he did game over because of the boss.
Yeah, he must have. That boss can be really tough if you're not prepared for him when he's
like,
awake.
all of the bosses in this game have AI that's pretty good at dodging you, and you can manipulate it, but it's generally really hard.
Right, and most people don't bother practicing the second boss because
Yeah.
you never fight him in like a proper run.
There's no situation that you fight him because you always just shove him off because you get there early enough.
Right.
So Aquas is doing the 5th treasure room now. He pressed the lever up in the top of the stage in order to access it, and then he's gonna die at the end of it on purpose because it's gonna spawn him back at the beginning of the room. There's not really an easy way to get back to the start fast.
Right, the fastest way is just kill yourself,
Yep.
more or less.
So that is the single intentional death. He's lined up really well for a good stage 6 in terms of his
Yeah.
items. He's already got a bomb and 2 fireballs.
And it looks like Becored's moving through stage 2 now.
Yeah, I mean, easily. Becored is generally a really consistent player, so
Yeah, definitely. He has...
definitely surprising.
I mean, he's got the best time currently.
Right. And he's always just like super consistent too, aside from like, even when he didn't have necessarily the best time, he would just constantly get times like, you know, 10-15 seconds within his peak easily. No
Yeah,
reset
when I
runs.
remember him grinding back when he had like a 12, and he would... Like, the runs he finished were all so close to each other, and then he'd just drop it generally until he
Yeah.
got it really, really low.
He never like lost that consistency.
Yeah,
Like,
he was
he brought
even
his
when he
time
like...
down to like legit ridiculous good times, and he was still getting like, you know, he gets like low 10s all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Aquas is in, I would say, is the hardest stage. Stage 4 is really hard to play perfectly, but stage 6 is really hard, period.
Yeah, definitely.
He already died once.
That one
There's
didn't
some-
cost that much though, because the checkpoint's right before it.
Right. But the stage is really punishing to down late in the level, so hopefully that doesn't happen.
Right.
He's got 3 bombs, so that's really good too.
Yeah, he's really set on items for this entire run.
Yeah, I don't think he's really had anything, you know, any situation where he wants more than what he's got.
Alright, so he grabbed the treasure. That's the final treasure in the game, so he should be getting the 7th level, assuming he doesn't game over.
He's got 8 lives. I believe in him.
Yeah, me too.
Throwing the star right there before he enters the first wizard actually manipulates the wizard into diving immediately. Because his AI is basically to chase after you whenever a star is on the screen, and the star on the last screen counts. That is really just his AI, basically, because it's actually a lot more complicated than that, and he can really screw you over.
Yeah, Wizard AI is... it's rough.
The only one that's like 100% manipulable is the second one. The
Right,
first
if you
one,
throw a
you
bomb
can
at it
manipulate the
in the
first shot, but you still really want him to come down and stay down for a couple hits. And then the third one's just, oh my god, that
Yeah,
went
that was
really
a
well.
really good big wizard fight. So the boss that Aquas just fought, the big wizard, is really random, and fighting him the correct way and like the most efficient way is very, very difficult. So the fact that he killed him so quickly and so efficiently is really, really impressive.
Definitely. So now he's gonna ride the Tooth Beaver.
Tooth Beaver,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great ride. It feels bad when you miss it because it's so fast otherwise.
I think I timed it and it was like 10 seconds? Maybe I
Yeah,
didn't
it must
time
be a lot of time because you went pretty fast on that guy.
Yeah. I timed the difference. I use that screen to time the difference between jumping and not jumping. You actually move slightly different when you're slightly faster when you're jumping. I know
It
this
looks like,
is like half a second across that screen.
Becored just got the 4th treasure through the top way instead of falling back down to the bottom, which is pretty difficult.
Yeah, it's definitely a favorite room in the game. Definitely. It's really smooth when it's done right.
Yeah. And he's moving to the 5th stage here. Very smooth entrance into the lever room there.
Yeah, doing that tube shot in the transition is kind of hard to line up, but when you do it right, you just get launched immediately onto
And
the lever.
here's Aquas at the final boss. He got the manipulation, so he should be finishing right quick here.
Yeah, sick run from Aquas.
That was really, really good.
Like, what was that, like a low 11? I don't have a timer up or anything, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I don't know either. His PB is a low 11, isn't it? Or does he have a high 10 now?
He has a high 10.
Okay.
He cut the Hoda.
I believe the finish time there was, looking at it on stream a little late here, but 10:58.
That's
Wow.
sick.
That's really, really good.
Yeah.
That's
and
probably, you know, within a few seconds of his PB, so he had definitely a really, really good run.
now the
Dude,
last
he
time,
died in that run too, so that's really
Did
good.
he die? Oh my god. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
he
died
died
in
in
stage
6.
6.
He died in 6.
Is that the
Yeah,
best
that's-
marathon run of this game?
I think that's two things. It's the best marathon run, and I think also, I mean, just go back to the last time they raced. I think the winning time was an 11 in that race, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
The Cord got an 11 and Aquas got a 12, so he improved about 2 minutes between races.
If you're going by the stream, there's like a 6-second delay though from like
Dude,
when
he
it
was,
started
like-
to him go. So.
Right there with his PB then. That's really solid.
Yeah, that's really good. He might want to look at that again and see if it even is a PB.
Retime it, yeah.
That was a sick run. Very, very nice. Aquas.
So Becored's moving really fast after he had to set because
Yeah, this
2
is
was
this
a
is
disaster.
more like the
This run by
consistency he
himself
normally
is
has.
going really well.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see what the time is from his restart point to here, or to
Definitely.
finish.
Thanks, Rafi.
I was thinking that the entire time.
Of course. Exactly like
Aquas' time is probably the best marathon time that, there ever really has been.
yeah.
And this is not an easy marathon game by any stretch.
No, this is frightening to me.
Yeah.
Running this game in general is crazy.
I think my marathon time was like a 17 or something.
Once you get past stage 2, it's just like a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, you can actually start playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of a marathon, 2 is really deadly because if you mess up, then you almost have to restart.
I mean, like, when you're in the swing of RTA, 2 is, like, not that much of an obstacle, but just the thought of failing it makes it so much scarier.
Right.
I know how it
Because
is.
when you're RTA, you're just like, alright, whatever, reset.
Well, just reset, yeah. It's like a couple minutes in.
Alright, looks like Becord's points are set up to pick up another fireball here. Or after the next one.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be handy. Kinda unorthodox.
Okay.
You don't
Oh,
generally
I think he
use...
got the despawn.
You don't generally use fireballs, but you can just... Yeah, he didn't get anything. So Gimmick can just be complete BS on those fights. There's a sprite limit, and your item won't spawn if there's too much sparkly ice and bubbles on the screen. But the amount of ice and bubbles on the screen at any single time is essentially random. There's no way you can control it, because the sprites kind of just add little tiny bubbles around them.
So, ideally you want bombs for this big wizard fight, but fireballs are nice too because the vertical hitbox on them is a little bit above the height of your max jump, like you used right there. So you can see that if you had 3 of them, you could finish the fight pretty quickly compared to just using stars.
Yeah, they pretty much work equivalently. You can't hit the wizard when he's as high, but you can be across the room, so it's to unlock him the same way.
Right. And there he goes, he finished the wizard.
Yeah, that was still a pretty good fight.
Definitely.
I mean, I would say that's like slightly above average. Wizard can really, really be bad.
Yeah, the wizard has RNG, and then the fight itself, performing it optimally is just incredibly difficult.
You have to really just kind of interpret your pattern and see what your best odds are, which is tough in the moment.
Yeah, it requires a lot of practice to get down right.
Alright,
We got the Tooth Ride, Tooth Beaver.
you got the tooth boost too. I didn't see if Aquas went for that. Hitting
I
the
don't
tooth
remember. I
on the
don't-
left, so he
Yeah, I don't
immediately
remember.
walks away.
The final tube shot.
This game has been in AGQ multiple times. I mean, it's not going to be like rejected because of the mistakes. The thing is, like, what happened to Becored is unfortunate, but I mean, it's not really likely. And at the same time, this game is so short, and it goes so fast.
Yeah, I would say what happened to him is definitely way out of the average of what he normally performs at. I would say
Definitely.
this run here is a lot more indicative of his skill and what he normally gets.
Yeah.
So he got a good wizard spawn there and gets some manipulation and finishes the game. Very nice.
I
Well
saw
done.
now that they don't even care about where he spawns. They just kill
Yeah,
him on
I
the third
don't-
hit no matter what.
I
And then
haven't
just shove him
watched
across
enough
the...
to really get how that works, but that's interesting.
I mean, it just looks like instead of lining up the damage lock, so you want him against the right side of the screen, because then you can just keep on hitting him. But if he spawns on the left, you can shove him over with a couple star shots. You just have to be in the right spot, and he'll do the backflip. You can shove him over and then finish him normally.
Oh, really? That's interesting. So you just
Yeah.
manipulate him to flip over you?
Yeah, it looks trickier. I mean, you're basically doing that same relation you do on the first shot, except you do it twice in a row.
Right. Yeah, I'd imagine it's just a little bit harder, but then you don't have to deal with the RNG of the wizard teleports.
Yeah, I mean, the wrong pattern loses you like 4 seconds or something.
Right.
Definitely worth going for. It's really interesting.
Anyway, great job to both racers. I know that was a little bit of a rough start, but the finish was incredibly strong, and Aquas had an incredible run as well.
Definitely. So like a 10 in a race is amazing.
Yeah,
That's very, very impressive.
If anything, like it's worth, illustrating it this way just to demonstrate what a difficult game this is, and like the guts you have to be able to play this in a marathon setting. It's ridiculous.
It makes it an exciting race. You don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right, it can swing at any moment.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess historically now they're tied in races, so they'll have to break the tie somewhere.
It's 1-1.
They'll have to break it somewhere.
I hope they get to break the tie.
Me too.
Alright, so great race. What's up next?
That's a great question. We're figuring it out. Nice gift, by the way.
Wait, is that the pick I think it is? Oh my god.
What gift? Am I missing something?
Is
it only on the mainstream?
Someone said bed, so I imagine it's what I think it is.